But I'm delighted now to introduce our first guest, and it's someone who was at the Business Awards on Friday, Jeevan Punj from the Federation of Small Businesses, also run your own small business. But it was your first time at the awards, wasn't it? What did you think?
It was fantastic. So many people, really well organised, everything went to time and everybody had fun, and that's what it's about, celebrating people and having a good time. I really enjoyed it.
That's good to hear. Now tell us a bit about you. Tell us about you and your business.
Yes, I'm Jeevan. I'm the director of Elite Hampers. I make corporate food and drink hampers. So adding value to business relationships, that's what the message is about the business. And I go around trying different drinks, different foods, making sure that the hampers contain items that can really be enjoyed.
It's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it, right?
That's right.
Yeah. But this isn't what you've always done for a career, is it? Because you've got a really eclectic background, haven't you?
That's correct, yes. So about 15 years ago, I qualified as an optometrist, so an optician. I've been working around Shropshire as a locum, as an independent, and different practices. And I test people's eyes, still qualified, and enjoyed it. Had a great career in it. But then COVID happened and things changed in my life personally. And I got to a stage where I thought, you know what, I could do this until I retire, my 60s, because it gets comfortable. I'm in my comfort zone, but something wasn't right and I wasn't enjoying it as much as I used to. But as a family and as a person, I've always made gifts. So we've always thought that giving is better than receiving. And I've always followed that concept. And during COVID, I was giving gifts as well. I've always done it, Easter eggs, Christmas presents and all that. And me and my husband were sitting one night and really discussing, because I wasn't very happy. What do I really want to do? The idea just arose. I didn't even have a company name. We just went onto company's house, registered the business, and that was it. And then I had to think, wow, how am I going to create everything? Because selling things is different to creating things. I've given things, but I've not sold alcohol before. What do I do? Where do I go?
And presumably you'd not been too involved in your previous jobs with the sales and marketing and promotion side of the company.
No. So somebody would come into my testing room. I'd know exactly what to do. I'd have my equipment. I'd make my notes, talk to people, and check their health. Nothing involved in terms of sales and marketing. I did a little bit of management. That's more managing people in my career. But yeah, that was so it's a big learning curve.
But you're still smiling.
Yes.
You're still running the business. How have you found it then? I mean, was it a case of literally a blank sheet of paper and thinking, right, new start, we're out of lockdown, let's crack on with something completely different?
Absolutely. It was just like that, to be honest. When I first set up, I really didn't know where to go, where to start. But now I look back, it's a bit like, when Steve Jobs said about connecting the dots. I mean, he did it over many years. I'm just thinking, year and a half, 2 years. It's so true. You have a conversation with someone, you meet somebody, you get an idea, and all these things add up and you make things happen. It's not easy. It's really not easy, especially when you're trying to create something where you've got no real experience of business. You've got experience of work, you've created things, but there's marketing, there's people, there's advertising, getting your products, getting the money to get the products. There's so many things involved. But you just try your best.
And that presumably is one of the reasons why you decided you want to join a business network to help get some support. So had you been part of the FSB before you started this business then? Or?
I hadn't, no. So I'd heard of the FSB, didn't know much about them, got introduced to the FSB, spoke to a lovely man that one day, and I just joined because it made sense. And I don't regret it at all. They've helped me quite a lot. And I started networking with them, which has been great. I've met so many local businesses as well. And then I got the opportunity, because they had seen me around Shropshire, they approached me for, it's a regional lead role. So I'm the local lead for the FSB in Shropshire, Herefordshire and Worcestershire.
That's a big patch.
Big words as well.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? So, and actually, I mean, in some ways they're similar counties, but in other ways they're quite different, aren't they?
Absolutely, yes. In terms of how many people are in each county as well, Telford is Shropshire, quite busy, but then you'd go to Hereford, not as busy. But if you look at the businesses in Hereford, there's so many great businesses, same as Worcester as well. So yeah, it's a big area, very different.
And taking on a role like this then, did you do that because you I mean, it was two reasons, I guess, for it. One, because you obviously wanted to have a crack at it, but also, was it something you saw that would help your business at the same time?
Yeah, I think helping the business, yes, in terms of networking, getting to know people. But for me, I always like to give back, and the FSB gave me so much. And in my optical career and just personally, I have given back. I like to do it. I'm also a volunteer for a helpline. It feels good to do that. And there's so many nice people locally in the FSB that I can help. Why not do it? And I think early on in your business, you have more time to make these relationships and go out there. And I had the time and I did it, and I'm glad I did it.
But also, you know, statistics suggest that since COVID, a lot more people who've maybe been working previously for bigger companies have decided, as you did, you know what? I want something completely different. I want a different work-life balance.
Yes.
I've got mental health issues and I just don't want the pressure. So there's more people setting up small businesses now in rural counties like Shropshire than there's ever been, who are in the same position as you, aren't there?
Yes, totally agree with that. And the thing is, why not just try it? What's the worst? I always look at life and I tell my 5-year-old son this, what's the worst that can happen? Yeah, you've got to be sensible. You've got to have I think I have my head screwed on, right? But what's the worst that can happen? If you don't try, you don't know. You put yourself out there because, like you said, mental health is a big issue. Apparently there might be a pandemic in mental health, you know, in the coming years. We don't want that. People should be happy in what they're doing, and if they feel setting up their own business is the way forward, just try it.
I was talking to TV's former exercise guru, Mr. Motivator, yesterday.
Oh, wow.
He was in Telford, and I was having a natter with him, and he was all about giving a motivational talk, and he was all about waking up every morning and feeling like this is going to be a good day. Yeah. And most of the time, if you feel like that, then it will be. It's about being glass half full, isn't it, really?
Absolutely. Appreciating what you've got right there. Sometimes we forget and comparison occurs. So, I mean, starting a new business in hampers, oh, wow, there's competition. There's competition, but there's also comparison. And there's a quote that I love. I can't remember where I heard it. I don't think I made it up, but...
I'll claim it anyway.
Claim it anyway.
Yeah.
Comparison is the thief of joy. And I remind myself every day, it is. I can't compare myself to you. I can't compare myself to anybody. You know, I am who I am. My business is what it is. Yes, looking out for competition, but yeah, you've got to just carry on.
That's easier when you've got belief and you've not got insecurities maybe about what you're doing, isn't it? That sort of attitude. So.
Absolutely. And I think you've got to have the right people around you. And right, I don't mean other businesses, just, you know, people that genuinely care about what you're doing and genuinely want to help you. They can be businesses, your families, organisations. So connect with the right people.
We don't want mood hoovers, do
No,
we?
no,
That's what
you want to be
don't
happy. It's
yeah.
life. It's very short. Make the most of it.
So do you say you're 18 months, nearly 2 years down the line really with this then? Do you now look back at things maybe that you did at the start and think, oh, I wish I'd maybe done that bit differently? Or...
Oh yes, I would have saved so much time. But even looking at products, you know, I was putting things together and I thought, this is it, and do my photography and the website. I'd look at it, it wouldn't look like the way I wanted to. I think I wasn't going to the right places to use the right services because I didn't know where to go. And now I look at my website and I think, wow, is this mine? You know, these kind of changes.
And I guess you don't realise how much it evolves until you take a step back from your business and look back and think, yeah, I've achieved quite a bit then.
I totally agree, yes.
So in your role now then with the FSB, you're obviously talking to a lot of other small businesses.
Yes.
We're reading in the headlines at the moment, the cost of living crisis, power bills, rents, all sorts of pressures at the moment. What are businesses around here telling you about
And
what
that's
they're worried about?
Yeah, that's very important and they're great points. Businesses are worried, businesses are scared, but one thing I love about Shropshire businesses, they carry on. They really do, and they care about each other. There's so many great networking groups. I was at one yesterday. Good to Great's another one. They're people that come together and really care. FSB as well. They've got an event on at the beginning of October. They're going to bring businesses together locally, work with each other and help each other. So there are things that we wish that didn't happen in our country, and you know, we we want more support, we want more money, we want things, we want lower energy bills. And then we've got, you know, net zero by 2050. How are we going to achieve it? You know, small businesses, because there's a lot involved.
It's even more difficult for some small businesses, isn't it? You know, you can't allocate a full-time officer to handle all of this kind of thing, can you?
Absolutely, it is hard. But like I said earlier, you need the right people around you. Surround yourself with the right people, get the right advice, and don't be scared. Mental health is a big issue, like we talked about. Get support, get help with what you need, and there are people that care about you.
We always think, I mean, we say on this show quite often, we think Shropshire is a really supportive county. We feel that certainly since COVID, one of the big changes is that Shropshire businesses want to help other Shropshire businesses, and they want to keep the Shropshire pound in the county, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. I can think of a good example. So I just set up the business, and I met through the FSB a lovely lady who you probably know, Ellie Wilkinson.
I know Ellie very well, yeah.
She is lovely.
The dyslexia consultant.
That's it. I can't say it, so I'm glad you said it. So I met her online. We didn't contact each other for a while. Then I just heard exactly what she's doing. She's set up the Dyslexia Awards on her own accord, help of other people as well. And she needed a little bit of help with some gifts. And I just started the business, invested so much money in the business, and we were having this conversation over Zoom, and I really wanted to help her. We made it happen. You just make things happen. When you're really passionate and care about something, you just make things happen.
Yeah, Ellie Wilkinson, MBE, we should say, shouldn't we?
Yes,
To give her a
yes,
full
very
title.
special. Yeah.
So you'll be involved in the Dyslexia Awards again this year,
That's
will you?
correct. So we did it last year. We'll do it this year as well. We make their table gifts. So if anybody was there last year, they would have seen our ribbons and boxes and food things.
So where's your business based then? Where are you?
Telford.
Okay, so and your customer base would be what? Predominantly Midlands, or do you go anywhere?
I can deliver across the UK. So I've actually got a lot of clients in Shropshire, but a lot up north, down south, London way, even Scotland, because I can deliver anywhere.
It sounds like a great job, and it sounds like you're getting out and about and having a bit of fun as well, aren't you? So.
It's got to be fun. You've got to enjoy what you're doing, and right now I am. So let's see.
No sign of going back to the optician's job anytime soon.
Not yet. I've done half a day this year, just to help somebody out. But it's always there, you know.
And if there's one final thing you would say to a small business that's out there that maybe feels like they need a bit of help, support, or they don't quite know where to turn, or find it difficult starting that dialogue, you know, asking the first question and reaching out for the first time is hard, isn't it?
Absolutely.
What would you say to them?
3 things. Speak to your good family and friends you really trust. Secondly, contact your local council. So Telford and Wrekin Council did help me, and then they introduced me to Good to Great. They can help. And thirdly, ask the Federation of Small Businesses how they can help you, because there's a lot of things that they do that people don't realise. So if that helps anybody, that would be my advice.
Excellent. You'll have to come back and see us sometime very soon. Great to have a chat with you.
That'd be lovely. Thank you so much, Carl.
Thank you for your time.